We change when the pain of staying the same is worse than the pain of changing. Are you ready for some good news? You don't have to let shame keep stinging you. There's grace. Well, I was young. I was serving my first congregation as best I knew how when, I'll call him Ralph, Ralph's brother died. I knew it was a great opportunity to get closer to the porcupine of a parishioner. I asked Ann to join me at the funeral. "We can show Ralph how much we care," I said. "It'll go a long way to building a relationship with this man who I don't know very well." Always the wife, the pastor's wife par excellence, Ann came along. My big pastoral opportunity came under a large oak tree next to the grave. Ralph's brother's casket hovered over the hole, and we drew near to Ralph, who began, for the first time with me, to open up tenderly, share his feelings, got a little emotional. So imagine my shock, therefore, when my proper wife, the quintessential partner in ministry, began showing a strained countenance on her face. A weird look. Thankfully, only I saw the grim expression, not Ralph. I gave her a gleam that communicated, "Get a grip. This is an important pastoral moment." Then, to my horror, Ann began crouching over at the hips, and she bent one leg inward toward the other like a 3-year-old in need of the potty. I considered the open grave and weighed the benefit of jumping into it as a suitable escape from the inevitable humiliation that was heading my way. I gave her an even more steely stare. Daggers, she later called the look. Then surely, for the first time in the history of Christianity, a pastor's wife standing under an oak tree by a grave listening to a grieving parishioner hiked up her dress into a ball around her midriff. We just all started staring at her in awe and shock. And she started crying out, "Something's biting me, something's biting me." And she started hobbling towards the distant car. Once in the vehicle, she took that balled up portion of her dress and unfurled it. And a big angry hornet came flying out. She later said it's a good thing something came flying out, the way I was giving her the look. My wife's a proper lady, but when that hornet stung her, it wouldn't have mattered if Ann had been talking to the Queen of England. She had to get it out. And that's the way it is with shame. Eventually, the sting in your soul is too much. You've got to forego normal protocol and get it out. Tell someone what's stinging you. You know, you might not feel comfortable at the thought, but isn't it even more uncomfortable to keep the condemnation hidden in your heart where it keeps on stinging you? You can be free, and that's the gospel. Well, that's today's good news. You can get more videos all this month all about healing shame. Great news here. Better yet, subscribe if you haven't done so. Tell somebody else about it, because everybody needs to start every day with good news.